Your recent test results show an amazing improvement in your blood sugar levels. Your dedication to a healthy lifestyle is clearly paying off, and you look healthy and positively glowing.
Thank you, doctor. But I'm also here for James, my grandson. He was recently diagnosed with diabetes, and I want to support him with the right foods.
I'm sorry to hear that. What have you been feeding him since his diagnosis?
Well, I've been trying to introduce him to my healthy meals, but he's still quite attached to his favorite unhealthy foods. It's a struggle.
That's understandable, especially for teenagers. But don't worry, Mrs. Annie. There are plenty of delicious and nutritious options we can explore for James. And I'll be sharing Blood Sugar Alert, 7 superfoods for diabetics.
That would be life-changing. Please, tell us more.
Let's start with non-starchy vegetables. These are veggies that are low in carbs and calories, like spinach, kale, lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and zucchini. They're high in fiber and have a low glycemic index or GI, making them great for managing blood sugar levels.
I've been trying to add more of these veggies to our meals, but James isn't interested. Any tips?
Getting kids to eat their greens can be quite a challenge. John, how tall are you?
About 5'8". Why do you ask, Doc?
Did you know that eating vegetables regularly can help boost your height? And it's not just about height. Vegetables also support cognitive function, making you strong, agile, and smart.
Really? I had no idea. I'll definitely start eating more veggies.
Great. And don't forget to encourage James too. As a diabetic, he really needs those veggies. They're loaded with vitamins, nutrients, and antioxidants, which are great for his health. In fact, a study published in the journal Diabetes Care showed that higher consumption of non-starchy vegetables was linked to better glycemic control in diabetics.
All right, Doc, I'll make sure James starts eating his veggies, or he won't get to play with my PS5 anymore.
Thank you, doctor. I think we've got this veggie situation sorted out now.
I'm glad that's been settled. Now let's talk about legumes. These are plants that produce seeds in pods, high in protein, fiber, antioxidants, and other essential nutrients like vitamins and minerals. They're also low in saturated fats, making them valuable in many diets worldwide. Plus, they're a great choice for those managing diabetes.
I never knew legumes were good for diabetes. Which ones should we focus on?
There are plenty to choose from. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, and black-eyed peas are just a few examples. They're all diabetic-friendly, nutritious, and versatile in the kitchen. It's all about how you prepare them.
Cool. How much should we eat daily, and how can we use them in meals?
Aim for about half a cup per day, depending on the type of legume. You can use chickpeas to make gluten-free flour for baking, toss cooked lentils into salads for added protein and fiber, or use black-eyed peas as a base for hearty soups and stews.
That sounds delicious. I'm definitely adding them to our shopping list.
Fresh legumes are ideal, but if opting for canned, choose ones with no added sugar, no salt, or low sodium. And if you're using dried legumes, they might require soaking, but they typically don't contain added salt or sugar. Plus, studies show that adding more legumes to your diet can improve heart health and blood sugar control over time.
Awesome. I can't wait to start cooking with legumes.
That's fantastic, Mrs. Annie. Legumes are indeed a great addition to your diet. But you know, when it comes to managing diabetes, there's more to consider than just legumes.
Really? Like what?
Well, another diabetic-friendly food you can pair with legumes is whole grains. They're rich in fiber, essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals compared to refined grains. And they have a lower glycemic index, which is perfect for diabetes management.
Wow, that's eye-opening. We actually have some store-bought whole grain cereals at home, but I never thought about their benefits for diabetics. I should check them out more closely.
It's important to read the labels carefully, Mrs. Annie. Just because it says whole grains doesn't always mean it's 100% whole grains. Look out for added sugars, refined grains, and other sneaky ingredients, which can affect blood sugar levels.
I see. I'll definitely pay more attention to that from now on. What should I look for when buying whole grains?
Look for products labeled at least 90% whole grains or 100% whole wheat. Avoid products with words like refined or enriched on the label, as these have undergone processing that strips away some of the nutrients.
Got it. I'll be more careful next time. So, how can we use whole grains in our meals?
You can pair brown rice with lentils for a nutritious meal, or try quinoa with black beans for a protein and fiber boost. Or you can just enjoy them on their own, like steel cut or rolled oats for breakfast.
Yummy. I can't wait to try out these combinations. But how much should we eat?
Moderation is important, so aim for about half a cup of whole grains per person per day to manage blood sugar levels.
Thank you for the advice, doctor. We'll use whole grains wisely in our diet.
You're welcome. Another essential component of a diabetic-friendly diet is lean proteins. These are low-fat, high-protein foods that are important for diabetics.
So, what kinds of foods count as lean proteins?
These include skinless chicken or turkey breast, lean cuts of beef like sirloin and tenderloin, tofu for our vegetarian friends, and omega-3 rich fatty fish like salmon, trout, sardines, anchovies, or tuna, just to name a few. These proteins provide essential nutrients and help maintain stable blood sugar levels when part of a balanced diet for people with diabetes.
Amy and I have made some changes by swapping out red meats and frozen poultry for leaner options like these.
That's fantastic to hear. By making that switch, you're not only managing your diabetes better, but also boosting your overall health. Research suggests that diets rich in lean protein may improve insulin sensitivity, crucial for diabetics. Plus, they're low in saturated fats, reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, which is a common diabetes complication. So including lean proteins in your diet is essential for overall health.
Perfect. We'll continue to incorporate lean proteins into our diets.
That's good to hear. But did you know that many people diagnosed with diabetes don't value nuts and seeds enough as diabetic-friendly foods? Not only do they taste good, but they're also packed with fiber, nutrients, vitamins, anti-inflammatory properties, and minerals essential for overall well-being.
Well, I love nuts. Pecans are my absolute favorite.
Pecans are fantastic, Annie. But there's a whole world of nuts and seeds out there to explore. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, hazelnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, Brazil nuts, you name it. And each one brings its own unique nutritional benefits to the table.
I do make candied nuts for my grandkids during the weekends, usually with pecans or almonds. Does that count?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Annie, adding sugar or any sweetener to nuts isn't the healthiest choice, especially for those managing diabetes. Nuts already have a natural sweetness, and adding extra sugar can affect blood sugar levels negatively.
Oh dear, I had no idea. I only wanted to make them happy. How should we be eating nuts then?
You can enjoy a handful of raw nuts as a nutritious snack between meals, or sprinkle chopped nuts over salads or oatmeal for extra crunch and flavor. My wife loves adding nuts to her vegetable stir-fries for a protein and nutrient boost. The key is to get creative and experiment with different healthy combinations.
I can't wait to try some of those ideas. Granny, please make them for us.
Of course, John. We'll stock up on nuts and get creative in the kitchen together.
Nuts and seeds are very versatile in the kitchen, but remember to keep an eye on portion sizes, especially for those managing diabetes, and also be mindful of allergies. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces per serving, which is roughly a handful. And when shopping for nuts, choose unsweetened varieties to avoid unnecessary added sugars.
Thanks for the tip, Dr. Phillips. Our grocery cart will definitely be filled to the brim this weekend.
We'll get ready for another addition to the cart because we've got more groceries to fill. Next up on our list are sweet potatoes. They're low on the glycemic index, high in fiber, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Perfect for managing diabetes.
I always thought white potatoes were healthier since they're less sweet.
That's a common misconception. Despite being sweeter, sweet potatoes actually have a lower glycemic index, making them better for diabetes management. In fact, studies have shown that sweet potatoes can actually help improve glycemic control in people with diabetes. So, don't let their sweetness fool you.
Really? I had no idea sweet potatoes were so beneficial.
Does that mean I can indulge in sweet potato fries and French fries without any guilt? Mom banned them ever since James was diagnosed.
Not so fast, John. While sweet potatoes are great, frying them up as fries add unhealthy fats and extra calories, taking away the nutrients you want.
I usually boil white potatoes. Can I do the same with sweet potatoes?
Absolutely. Boiling or steaming sweet potatoes are the best cooking options. Just remember to keep the skin on for maximum nutrition. Also, aim for orange or purple flesh sweet potatoes for the lowest glycemic index. And when serving, stick to half to 1 cup of cooked sweet potatoes per person for a balanced portion.
Got it. I'll make sure to include them in James's diet in moderation.
Great. Now let's talk about low-fat dairy. As the name suggests, it basically has to do with dairy products with 0 to low-fat content. This includes skimmed milk, low-fat yogurt, and fat-free cheese, which are all packed with calcium, potassium, vitamins, protein, and magnesium, essential for managing diabetes.
I usually just grab whatever dairy product catches my eye. I never really considered the nutritional content.
Now you know to go for a low-fat dairy. Just be mindful of added sugars or sweeteners. Look for natural ingredients and watch out for hidden sugars in low-fat varieties.
Got it. Anything else I should keep in mind about low-fat dairy?
Yes, portion control. A serving is typically 1 cup, depending on the type of dairy. Keep that in mind to maintain a balanced, diabetic-friendly diet.
Thank you for all your advice, especially for James's well-being.
You're welcome, Mrs. Annie. It's always a pleasure to help. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe and watch more videos on diabetes next.